adjust it anyway. Okay. And we're back. I gotta do some quick camera adjustment. Because I
suck.
There we go. Okay. So, hello everybody, we're back. Out here right now is my Angel Demon deck. Can't see it all on screen, but I'll go over everything like I did in the past. Brett's going to go over his deck right after. We'll go ahead and get started again. Started off with my 1-drops. We've got Cathedral Sanctifiers. I'll just give you guys a quick rundown of the deck, everything I have in it, and then I'll give you the whole idea behind it. It's an Angel Demon mostly, but it has a few other smaller combos within it. We've got two Cathedral Sanctifiers. When they enter the battlefield, they give you 3 life. They're just 1/1s. Then we have 2 Ephra's Radiance. It's a enchantment, and then you can pay some mana, tap the creature, and then you gain 3 life. Then just 1 Soul Warden, and then how Soul Warden works is whenever another creature enters the battlefield, whether my control or an opponent's, I gain a life. And I have, for my 2-drops, I have 2 Divine Favors. Divine Favor enchants a creature, gives it +1/+3, and you gain 3 life. And then I have 1 Angelic Wall, which is an 0/4 Defender Flying. Then we have my fat pile of 3-drops. We got 2 Solemn Offerings in here. They destroy target artifact or enchantment, and that gains me 4 life. I've got, how many? I've got 2 Riot Controls. Riot Control, you gain life for each creature your opponents control, and you prevent damage that will be dealt to you this turn. Then I have 2 Kingpin's Pets. It's a 2/2 flyer with Extort. It's always nice to have. Then I have 2 Arrests. Arrests are the best pacifisms ever. They cost 1 more, but it's a target or enchanted creature can't attack or block, and their activated abilities can't be activated. This can shut down a lot of combos and decks. And then I have my Survival Cache, which is I gain 2 life. Then if I have 2 life, or if I have more life than an opponent, I get to draw a card. And it has a rebound effect, which as this card resolves, I exile it. And then at the beginning of my next upkeep, so at the beginning of my next turn, I get to play this card again without paying its mana cost. Then I have an Entreat the Angels. It's another miracle card. It normally costs 3 planes and then XX, but it has a miracle cost of 2 planes and 1 X. And you put X 4/4 white angel creature tokens on the battlefield. Shit is awesome. It's involved in one of my combos. And then here's another combo in the deck, my Chalices of Life and Death. You tap it, you gain 1 life, then if you have 10 more life than your starting total, you transform it. Once you transform it, you tap it, target player loses 5 life. It's pretty awesome. It's not the main combo of the deck, but it's definitely one of them. I like to have multiple sources of comboing in my decks. Then we have an Exorate, exile target tap creature, plain simple removal. My Debt to the Deathless. Awesome card. It costs 2 swamp, 2 plains, and X. And then each opponent loses 2 times X life. You gain life equal to life lost this way. We have a Purge the Profane. Target opponent discards 2 cards, and you gain 2 life. Congregate. Each player or target player gains 2 life for each creature on the battlefield. It's nice when you're Chalice rushing. Seraph of Dawn is a 2/4 flying lifelink. Simple card. Angel card. Then we have my Wall of Swords, 3/5 Defender Flying. And of course, 2 Desecration Demons, both of which, I think I pulled one of them and I had one of my friends give me another one. Most overpowered 4-drop ever. It is a 6/6 flyer, but at the beginning of each combat step, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If a player does, tap Desecration Demon, but you put a +1/+1 counter on him. So, pretty awesome demon card. It's actually a $7 card. I got them both for free, pretty much.
Next, technically costed you 4 in a booster.
Yeah, but then we have my Guardian of the Gateless. Is a 3/3 flyer. It can block as many creatures as it wants, and it gets a +1/+1 for each creature it's blocking. Arise from the Grave is just a reanimate. You put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under my control, from a graveyard, so I can bring it back from an opponent. And it's a zombie and included to its other types. I have Rescue from the Underworld. I have to sacrifice a creature. And then on the beginning of my next upkeep, I return the creature I sacrificed plus a creature from my graveyard to the battlefield under my control. Then Archon of Justice, it's a 4/4 flyer. When it dies, I exile target permanent. It's great for some simple removal when it dies. And then we have 2 Sarah Angels, which are just 4/4 flying vigilance. They're a need in any angel deck, which is kind of required.
By the way, I found the original print of that, and I almost got it. But
You should have. That would have been awesome. Now comes the fun stuff, my really expensive stuff. This is where the deck really starts rolling. We have my 6/6 Reaper from the Abyss, flying 6/6. Morbid. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, destroy target non-creature or non-demon creature. This is fucking fun. Love that card. Goldlight Redeemer. It's a 4/4 flying, but when it enters the battlefield, I gain 2 life for each other creature I control. It's nice to have. Fruit Killer's Verdict. This is an amazing card with Chalice of Life. I gain 10 life. Then if I have more than an opponent, I get a 5/5 giant creature token on the battlefield. So if I haven't lost any life by turn 6, I can play this out, use my Chalice, transform it, get Chalice of Death right away.
Extractor Demon.
Extractor Demon! 5/5 flyer. Whenever another creature leaves play, you may have target player put top 2 cards from his or her library onto the into her graveyard, and it's Unearth, which is a 3 cost, which allows you to bring it back for 1 turn from your graveyard. Treasury Thrall is a 4/4 extort, and whenever it attacks, I may return target artifact, creature, or enchantment card from my graveyard to my hand. And I have 2 Harvester of Souls, 1 shiny, 1 not. It's a 5/5 Death Touch, and when another non-token creature dies, I may draw a card. We got Tessa, Envoy of Ghosts, 4/4 Vigilance, protection from creatures. And whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, destroy that creature and put a +1/+1 white-black spirit creature token with flying on the battlefield. We have my Eater of Hope. It is a 6/4 flying. I can tap a swamp, sacrifice another creature, regenerate the Eater of Hope. Or I can pay 2 colorless and a swamp, sacrifice 2 creatures, and then destroy target creature. And we have Devout Invocation. This card is meant to combo specifically with the Entreat the Angels. I've used it for other purposes, but I try and save it for the Entreat. It's a 7-drop. I may tap any number of untapped creatures I control, and then put a 4/4 Angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield for each creature tapped this way. So if I was able to play an Entreat the Angels for 2, and then I tap 6, so that's 8, I get 6 Angel tokens. I then play Devout Invocation next turn, and I get 12 Angel tokens in total. Then I have 2 Fated Returns, which are fucking amazing. You put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It gains indestructible, and if it's your turn, you scry 2, because you never know when you're going to need to scry. Then I've got, these are my last cards. These are my 8 drops in the deck. These are really awesome. Invincible Hymn. Count the number of cards in your library. Your life total becomes that number. It's awesome. And then Archangel's Light. These 2 combo very nicely together. So what you do is you play the Archangel's Light, then you play the Invincible Hymn, because Archangel's Light is you gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. So you play this, you get 2 life for every card in your graveyard, then you play your Invincible Hymn, and you gain a shit ton of life. Or you get your life set back. So if you're in a pinch, you can play both of those in a row. I mean, it would kind of waste this because it sets your life total to what your cards are, but if you've got a big enough deck, it doesn't really matter. We play like 65 card decks usually. Yeah. Okay, well that's me.
Try to keep it down that low.
Brett's gonna go ahead and explain round 2 for you guys.
All right, round 2. It actually our friend Travis plays a deck that's called Fuck Everybody. It pretty much fucks everybody. Well,
these days not so much.
These days not so much. When we first started playing, or at least when I did, it would used to just wreck my whole day. Like there was no way I could get past it. All right, so I guess I'll start out. I do have a bunch of mana. This one, if I tap 2 and then tap it, I can sacrifice. I can bring a artifact card from my graveyard to my hand. This is a very heavy artifact deck. Something tower I can't say, but I have no maximum hand size. Always nice having no maximum hand size. I do have some bounce lands in here. I do like them because they count as 2 mana. I do have one for white blue and then one for white black. I have this card. It enters the battlefield tap, but I do gain a life whenever I do it. Baron Moore, I like it because it gives me the option to cycle. I believe I also have actually I have one for the other 2 colors as well. It allows me to cycle because if I don't need it, why have it? Actually, I also have another one, so I didn't realize I had that many of them. Other than that, I have a screen something. It allows me to tap for the 3 colors in the deck. It's always nice because it's one of whatever color I need, And then I got these from Jared, but they're artifact lands. They're called Vault of Whispers. They tap for swamps, but they don't actually count as a swamp. My friend has a card called Karma. It makes it to where I lose a life for each swamp I control. These don't count because they're artifacts that technically tap for it. Other than that, I have basic mana, a couple gates in here. And then I have a land that allows me to scry 1 when I play it, but other than that, that would be the mana. The next, I'll get these out of the way, my 2 Planeswalkers in the deck. I have Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver, which is my personal favorite Planeswalker, other than maybe Ralzeric. I think Ralzeric's ultimate is just fun, but when it comes out to like value-wise, Ashiok's my favorite, because he's a 3-drop 3. I +2 him right off the back, making him a 5, and exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. So it allows me to just 3 cards gone. You have no way of getting them back unless you can bring them back from exile, which is probably super rare.
No, it's impossible.
I think there might be a couple.
No,
cards.
the only way you can bring back an exiled card is if the card that exiled it
allows
you to. Other than that, exiled cards are done.
And then he has a -X, which allows me to put target creature card with converted mana cost X or less on the battlefield. So it's nice because it's like, you know what, I'm gonna pull. I used to +1 him and then -5 him and then just throw Verko Moss on the battlefield when I did play my heavy Dimir deck here. And his -10 is exile all cards from all opponents' hands and graveyards, which means I get to keep mine, but you guys lose everything. But I normally never get him up to the -10. People either kill him or I off him off myself. I have a 5-drop 3. It's Venser of the Sojourner. I don't know how to say that. But he's a 3. His +2 is exile target permanent you own. Return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. So it's a bounce. His -1 is creatures are unblockable this turn. So it's, final big swing. But then his -8, which is my ultimate goal to get, is you get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell, exile target permanent. It's on a +2 him. It allows me to technically recast it because I'm bouncing it, and then I exile a target permanent. So it's nice to have. I feel like it'll be a bullshit combo, especially if I can mix that with Tamio the Moonsage, one of my other decks. So start with Sunbond. Enchant creature. Whenever you gain life, put that many 1/1 counters on this creature. So it's nice to have because I do play a life gain deck. It's a life gain artifact deck.
Yeah,
so it's kind of weird. I've never seen anyone else play one. I have a 3/3 flying. When it enters the battlefield, return target artifact card from your graveyard to hand. You gain life equal to that card's converted mana cost. So it's nice because not only do I get my artifact back, I gain life. I have Phyrexian Unlife, which is one of my actual favorite rares in this deck. And it's like, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. As long as you have 0 or less life, all damage is dealt to you as though it's a source of infest. Which infest does, it makes it -1/-1 counters, or if for direct life, it is poison counters, which you can only have 10 and then you lose. So it allows me to go to -10 with this card. And technically, if I build this into a green-white, I found a card that makes it to where I can't have poison counters.
So you can't lose as long as that card's on the field.
As long as I have this or the creature out, I can't lose because I can't have poison counters and I don't lose the game for having 0 or less life.
So you have to have both out on the field and then you can't lose.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then, due to my mono whites, this would be the ultimate combo, and I got over 3,000 life doing this combo. Sarah Avatar, the power and toughness are equal to my life total, and when it's put into the graveyard from anywhere, I shuffle back into my library. But Wall of Reverence, it's a 1/6 defender flying. At the beginning of your end step, you may gain life equal to the power of target creature. If her power is equal to my life total, I double my life total every end step.
Yeah, so if he has 20 life at his end step, he gains 20 life because of her power is 20.
And then I have 40. So then my next end step, I'll get to 80, and then after that, 160, and so on and so forth. It is a beautiful play. I did it to my friend Aaron, and I got over, I think it was like 3,400 and something. It was brutal. And the worst is I still was blocking. I don't know why, but I felt the need. I still needed a block.
It's a habit.
Well, because it's you never know. It's you might have that one card that somehow messes up my day. Because there's a Planeswalker, her ultimate gives you 3 1/1 assassins. If one of them can deal damage to you, you lose.
Yeah.
By the way, I own that now.
Damned.
Oh yeah, Bonfire of the Damned was one of my favorite miracle cards.
Or Worldfire will stop you.
Yeah. Alright, then I have my mono blue. There's actually only 4 mono blue cards. One is Fabricate, search your library for an artifact. Artifact card, reveal it, and then put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. I have this one, which I have no clue how to say. How's that?
What is it?
Cool.
Oh, this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Quomalox.
Quomalox? Alright, either way. We'll go with that. I'm going to call it Quomalox. It's a 5/4. It costs 1 less for each artifact I control. So eventually I can play a 5/4 flying for a 2-drop. So it's always nice. I have Temporal Mastery. It's my miracle card in this deck. It is beautiful. This is I want to get one that's shiny, but it's normally a 7-drop, and I take an extra turn after this. But for the miracle, it's a 2. So for a 2 mana, I could take a whole extra turn, which could be the difference between losing and winning. And then Traumatize. If you watched last week's episode, you'll see this. It was in the all colored. Target player puts the top half of his or her library rounded down into his or her graveyard. So I mill half your deck with 1 card. And then to mix with Traumatize, I actually have a card called Night Howler. It's also a bestow creature. He's normally a 3-drop, but the bestow is 4. Night Howler and enchanted creature get +1/+1, or +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures in all graveyards. So if I mill half your deck, I'm assuming that I at least get 10 or 12 creatures, depending on how heavy you play. Then I have my Decree of Pain. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. Draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. Nice field wipe. Always helpful. Or it has a cycling cost for 5, where all creatures get -2/-2, and I discard it, and then I draw a card. So in of itself, I got to play it to kill all the lower creatures, and then still get a card draw. Then I have my infinite combo in here. I have Sanguine Bond and Exquisite Blood. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. But whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So whenever I gain life, you lose life because you lost life. I gain life, and so on and so forth until you're out of life. And then I have my 3 demons. One of them is in here solely for his Angel Demon deck called Halo Hunter. It's a 5-drop 6/3 with Intimidate, but when it enters the battlefield, destroy target angel. I have a Carnifex Demon, 6/6 flying. He's a 6-drop. When he enters the battlefield with 2 -1/-1 counters on him, so he's actually only a 4/4. But if I tap a Swamp, I may remove a -1/-1 counter from him and put a -1/-1 counter on each other creature. So not only does he take care of pretty much token decks, anything that's, like my 6/3 for instance, he'd go down to being a 4/1. And then I have my favorite demon, I think probably in the world of Magic, Pestilence Demon. He is a 8-drop 7/6 flying. If I tap a Swamp, I deal 1 damage to each creature and each player. So it's nice because I just hit 1 on everything. And he's also, a 7/6 flyer, which at that point I just swing for 7, tap a bunch of land, and I do mass damage. Alright, now my multicolors. Which I think every single multicolor, 2 multicolors, the only 2 in the whole deck that are just commons. My Wall of Denial, great card, an 08 Defender Flying Shroud. It truly does. It's like, alright, dude.
Once you start playing, like, the first time you ever see Shroud, you're kind of scared of it, I'll admit. But as you play more and more, you start to realize there's more ways around it than you think, but it is still fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah. Shroud is like, it can't be targeted by anything. You're just like, oh man, how do I take care of it? You don't. You work around it. Mine's actually really easy because it's an 08. Mine's just sitting there, it's just a wall. That's all it is. Like, there's some cards that, there's stuff that give it Shroud. Like, I have a card called Protective Bubble that gives my creature it's unblockable and has Shroud.
Fuck.
So it's like, yeah, it's actually in my commander deck.
Oh, okay.
It's a fairy card, so. But, if at that point, if I throw it on something, I was thinking if I used my Palestinian Giant, use the Fated Return, and then throw Protective Bubble on it, it has Shroud, so you can't force me to sacrifice it. You can't destroy it because it has Shroud. It's indestructible, so you can't just wipe the whole field. So there's no way to get it. So it's like, at that point, I have something that absorbs all my damage, and it can't die, and you can't target it with anything. So I was like, man, I gotta make that happen.
Well, I mean, you could exile it some way.
No, because you can't target it with anything.
Well, yeah, but target opponent exiles a creature.
Doesn't matter because
As long as the spell doesn't
Nope,
say target.
actually the reason why is because I still have to target my creature to sacrifice it. That's why I can't do it. I still have to target it to sacrifice. I have to choose that creature. It may just say, you know, sacrifice a creature, but in order to sacrifice the creature, I have to target it.
Okay. I'm gonna get a Google ruling on that.
All right, cool. And then is everything still?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, cool. I have one of my favorite counters, Punish Ignorance. It's a swamp, 2 island, and a plain. So there's no colorless mana in the counter, but counter target spell, its controller loses 3 life, and I gain 3 life. Oh, and then obviously Death to the Deathless over here. I forgot to explain it, but he kind of already did. So I actually gave him his. Then I have Reap Intellect. It's actually one of my. It's my mythic for my my Demirs here. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose up to X non-land cards from it. Exile them. For each card exiled this way, search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles his or her library. So it's a 4-drop and then X. So if you only have 2 cards and I pay it for a 6-drop, I'm exiling your hand and everything with the same names.
Okay, so...
Oh, you found the ruling on this?
Yes. So things like Death Touch and Wither work, but something like Wrath of God, which exiles all creatures, that would target it. Something like Damnation.
Well, yeah. Stuff that does it to
Mass
everyone.
Effects, destroy all creatures.
Yeah. Stuff that doesn't actually target.
If it doesn't say the word target, then yeah.
But in order to sacrifice something, I do have to target it.
Yeah, okay.
I do want Day of Judgment, because that'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Make it like a religious deck or something like that. Either way. And then I have Ouroboros, the Ageless Ascent, 6-drop 5/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card, and each opponent loses a life. And then if he's in the command zone, because he's meant to be a commander, but if he's in the command zone, I still gain 2 life. Death's Grasp. Deal X damage to target creature or player, and you gain X life, so it's 2 and then X. I have Divinity of Pride. It's a 5-drop of either. It can be either all plains, all swamp, or mixture of both. It's a 4/4 flying lifelink. Divinity of Pride gets +4/+4 as long as I have 25 or more health, or more life. My bad. But so at that point, actually it's really cool in a 2-headed giant because you start with 30 as a team. He automatically, as long as I'm not under 25, he's an 8/8 flying lifelink. I have a Sendry Galvic Genius 2/2.
Hang on.
You found
Creatures with Shroud can also be affected by spells that target a player or opponent, such as Sleep. An example would be tap all creatures target player controls.
Yes, I know this.
So if I say...
No, if you make me sacrifice a creature, I still have to target my creature to choose it to be sacrificed.
It doesn't say tap. Fine, I'm going to keep looking this up.
Alright, cool.
I disagree with you 100%.
Alright, we can just ask Ramon next time we go to the shop. Alright, anyways, this card allows me to tap an island. Target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its converted mana cost. And if I tap a island and a swamp, it gets Death Touch and Lifelink. And then I have Burko Moss, Mind Drinker, 2/4 flying. If whenever he deals combat damage to a player, they mill till they get 4 lands. And that's always nice, because sometimes it's a huge chunk of the deck. And now my artifacts, because my artifacts are ridiculous. We'll start it off with Darksteel Forge, just because it's makes all my artifacts indestructible. And it doesn't say other artifacts, so it's indestructible as well. And I like to mix it with Nivrik's Disc. It destroys all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Therefore, I just wipe the field, wipe the field, wipe the field. Another one is World Slayer. Whenever equipped a creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than World Slayer. If my artifacts are indestructible, I do not lose them. And at that point, I take away even my opponent's lands. Let's see. Well, I guess I can go over my Marth Battlespheres, because they're always nice. There are 4 7s when they enter the battlefield to put 4 1/1 Mar creature tokens on the battlefield. Whenever Marth's battlefield attacks, I can tap up to X Mar creatures, where my creature now gets +X, +0 until end of turn, and does X damage to defending player. It's nice because I've done it to where it's like I've lost it, brought it back, and then played it again, and then cloned. And just make a bunch of like creatures, because if I use Shroom the Hegemog, 6-drop 5/5 flying, when it enters the battlefield, I may return target artifact card from my graveyard to the battlefield. And now I'm kind of off the camera, awkward. Soul Conduct. It's a 6-drop. If I tap 6 and then tap it, 2 target players exchange life tolls. So fun to do to people, especially if it's like out of nowhere. I have a Sun Droplet. Whenever you're dealt damage, you may put a charge counter on Sun Droplet at the beginning of your of each upkeep. I may remove a charge counter from it, and I gain 1 life. So if you hit me like for 2 on my upkeep, I'm gonna take a life away, and then on your upkeep, I'm gonna take a life away, and then technically you never hit me. I have a Trigon of Mending. It comes with 3 counters on it. I tap 2, tap it, I gain 3 life, or I can tap 2 planes and add another counter. Pristine Talisman. I tap it for colorless mana. I gain a life for it. I have Tide Hollowed Strix. He's a 2-drop 2/1 flying Death Touch. Braveful Strix. It's a 2-drop 1/1 flying Death Touch. When I enter the battlefield, I draw a card. I have 2 Tainted Sigils. There are 3 drops. If I tap it, sacrifice Tainted Sigil, I gain life equal to the total life lost by all players this turn. Then I have my Sphinx of the Silver Wind. It's a 8-drop 6/6 flying, first strike vigilance, lifelink protection from red and green. Then I have Valkyrie Angel for 4 flying. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life for each artifact I control. Hence the reason life gain artifact deck. I have Benser's Journal. I have no maximum hand size, and at the beginning of my upkeep, I gain 1 life for each card in my hand. I have Staff of Nin. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card, so I'd actually get 2 cards on my upkeep. And if I tap it, I deal 1 damage to a creature or player. Then I have Dismember Web. It's a 4-drop. If I tap 4 and tap it, target opponent loses 2 life, gets a poison counter, and then puts the top 6 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. What it is in a standard play, it's a 4-turn kill. Because you have 20 life, and you lose 2 life when I do it, so I can do that 10 times, you're out. You put a poison counter, you can only have 10 poison counters, you lose. So then, obviously there's a 10-turn kill. And then you mill 6 cards, which a deck is supposed to be about 60 cards. Normally, if it is exactly 60, 10-turn kill. And then I have Mirror Works. Whenever another non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2. If you do, put a token on the battlefield that's of that artifact onto the battlefield. So if I play like a Marth Battlesphere, tap the extra 2, making it like a 9, but then I put 2 Marth Battlespheres on the field, and then I get 8 tokens. And that is my deck list. It's a level up.
Oh, that's a real fast level up. First strike Death Touch by 4. Nice. Vampire Warrior.
Alright, so we're going to shuffle up and play for you guys. Lust, mana, shuffle. Wall of Denial.
Good card. Really is. I'm just really curious about this because it seems like, like with anything in this game, if it doesn't say target, it should work.
The thing is though, how do you sacrifice it? By targeting it.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing in the ruling say that you have to target a creature to sacrifice it. It just says you sacrifice a creature. You just pick one. You don't target it. You just pick one.
Exactly, but you can't pick it without targeting it.
Well, targeting is a specific like rule thing. Like it's a term used by the game, by the rules themselves, not used by like you don't like whenever I like grab you, I'm not targeting you. I'm just grabbing you. Like I'm just trying to figure out exactly because I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think you're right at the same time.
No, you see that you're saying that I'm wrong, but either way.
I know.
But you're trying to be polite about it right there, but you're saying that I'm wrong, but I believe I am right.
Yeah, I'm shuffled up and ready to go.
Alright, cool.
Just doing some Google searching on these because I'm curious. God damn it. Okay, whatever, fuck it. We'll leave it as it is. I don't really care all that much. Lost Ramon.
Yeah, I'll ask Ramon next time I go there. He'll know the answer. I'm ready. Oh, I should probably put my left on there.
Because say you had hexproof and I made you sacrifice a creature.
I can target my creature to now kill him. Because it applies
But the thing is, Shroud specifically states that you can't be the target
of anything.
No, of spells or abilities. Yes.
Anything.
No, it says spells or abilities.
Okay.
I know. But I'm targeting you with the spell. You're sacrificing the creature. Therefore, you...
I'm going to go with that still because of your ability.
No, but I'm targeting you with the ability. I'm not targeting Wall of Denial with the ability. I'm targeting you specifically. You aren't then casting an ability to target Wall of Denial and sacrifice it. No ability is being casted on Wall of Denial, just the sacrificing itself. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Alright, we'll just ask Ramon.
Because doesn't that make sense?
Yes, it does, but Shroud, at least from what I've learned, can't be the target of anything.
Like, let me go straight to the source. Shroud, this creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. That's from the Magic website, straight up. It doesn't say anything, it says spells or abilities.
Alright.
So
Either
that
way.
means if I'm not specifically casting something that says target on Wall of Denial, and I can make you do it. As long as it doesn't, if it says like target player sacrifices target creature, then yes. But if it says target a creature, or no, like Agent of Fates. If I'm able to cast something on him, make him heroic, then target player, or each opponent sacrifices a creature. Wall of Denial is a creature, and you aren't targeting it with a spell or ability.
Alright, I'll let you have this one, but I'm going to figure out because I truly feel like...
I know, but because the creature itself isn't being specifically targeted.
But my argument on this would be I still have to choose that creature.
I know, but you aren't choosing it with a spell or an ability. Yes, you're targeting it. You're allowed to target it. You can still target that creature, just without a spell or ability. So you can still target it.
I'm going to ask Ramon and figure this out because in my belief that Shroud means that I can't do anything to it.
Well, no, you can't cast anything on it, but you can still sacrifice it.
I'm going to figure it out because...
Because it doesn't say anything about you not being able to sacrifice it. Because that's not a spell or an ability.
Alright. Well, whatever. I'm still going to figure it out.
I know.
I'll ask,
that makes the most sense to me because from what I learned when I was younger is that when it comes to magic, you need to be as specific as possible.
Yes, you do, and that's the whole point of magic. Like if you read a
man.
card and it says something, but either way.
But since there's no target on there and it says it can't be targeted by spells or abilities, therefore,
either way,
I should be able to make sacrifices. Rolling up the D.
5.
6 is nice. 1.
I'm going first.
Of course.
A crane something. I don't know. It taps for 3. They're all 3 colors.
Go ahead and play Flame. It's your move.
Whispers of the Vaults. I'll tap them for Baleful Strix. 1/1 Flying Death Touch and allows me to draw a card. Remove.
Your move.
All right. Okay, I can do anything this turn, so I will resolve Guildgate and hit you for 1.
Copy that. I will play my Kingpin's Pet. 2/2 flying extort. Your move.
Relic Tower, I have no maximum hand size, and I can tap it for a colorless mana. Tap this in the cycle, Baron more. Someone's gonna give me something, but your move.
Thank you. Play another mana. I feel like my deck is calling. Desecration Demon. Your move.
Bounce land this.
Oh, you can bring it back.
Yes. Yes, I can.
I'm like, wait a minute. Darksteel Forge? What you doing there, buddy? I'm gonna pay 3 and extort it to Solemn Offering on your guy. So I'll gain a total of 5 life.
You're an asshole.
No problem. And I'll swing at you for 8 in the air.
My move?
Yes.
Oh, it's a good thing that I'm going to play this. I'm going to tap everything. Actually, planes, and 1, 2, 3. Actually, I didn't even need to tap the tower. Razor Hippogriff, I'm going to return
Nice.
target artifact card, and I'm going to gain life equal to its rated mana cost. I'm going to gain 9 life.
Nice.
Oh, well played.
My turn?
I was really hoping you weren't going to deal damage to me.
I'm gonna play my Guardian of the Gateless.
Block as many creatures as it wants.
Swing at you with my 6/6.
Yeah, I'll just jump it. Don't leave me, little kid.
We're filming something here, you bastard.
We are doing something. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What can I do?
Not much, so you pass it to me.
I'm gonna tap these 3 for Tainted Sigil.
Right.
I'll tap these 2 for Sun Droplet. Leaves me with 2 mana left, and I can do nothing with just 2 mana. So your move.
Play my Archon of Justice. It's a 4/4 flyer. When it dies, exile target permanent. And 3, you're gonna Tainted Sigil. I'm gonna just hit you for 6.
No, we'll Tainted Sigil.
Yes, you will Tainted Sigil, and you get the 6 counters on your sun droplet.
I never took damage.
Oh,
no, yes, I did.
Yes, you did take the damage. And
That is
then
it. All right.
got it
Well,
back.
now I'm only gonna put 5, and then I'm gonna gain 1 life. So I'm actually gonna. So in this process, I gained a life. Hooray! My turn.
Oh wait, no, yeah, I didn't have to tap that. Damn it, I could have extorted. Oh well.
Actually, I thought of a really cool play with Tainted Sigil that I never thought of before. If I tell you that I have to reveal the card that's out of my hand.
Exquisite Blood or Sanguine Blood?
No.
Or Bond?
Don't
or
be
whatever
wrong.
it is. Because what you could do is you could have the one where you gain life, you deal damage, so I hit you for like 20, you Tainted Sigil, you gain 20. Does it prevent the damage or do you gain it?
What do you mean?
Like for Tainted Sigil.
You gain life equal to the life lost
Oh,
by
okay.
players.
Okay.
Actually, I was thinking with a card that caused like you to lose life, and then I tap it so that I gain the life. Which is
Okay.
it's something like that.
Well, I was thinking, say I did like 20 damage to you, you could use that plus.
This was whenever I gain life, target opponent loses life.
Okay, so Sanguine or Exquisite Blood. If you had Exquisite Blood on the field.
Well, if I had Exquisite Blood, I automatically win.
Well, I know, but
You get the idea.
no, I'm saying is not this. So say this wasn't on the field. I was just saying specifically if you had Tainted Sigil and Exquisite Blood what you do is I deal like 10 damage to you. You use that, you gain the 10 back, and then deal the 10 to me. It's like a rebound, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like that's the combo I was trying.
Alright,
to
and then I'm gonna bounce on you.
like,
And then you're gonna lose a life on your upkeep because I'm going to
gain a life.
take a counter of this. I'm gonna gain a life. I should just throw a d20 on there because you're gonna deal enough damage to me to really fuck up my day.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. Speaking of that, 4, 7, 13, 15.
Leaving with 7 life. Mother of God.
And then I'm going to tap 2, 2, and then 3. You lose 6 more. Debt to the Deathless. I gain 6. You're down to 1.
By the way, that is the card I was thinking of. Was the Debt to the Deathless. To because at that point I would say I have tap of 4. You lose 8, and then I take the sigil. I'll gain another 8, and then when I gain the life, you'll lose another 8. So I'd actually do 16 to you.
Nice.
Well, that was a really bad time card, but you know, thanks for showing up anyways. Let's see what I need to do here. So
are you gonna Debt to the Deathless now?
no, I'm actually not. So I'm going to swamp plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Destroy all creatures. Draw cards equal to all the creatures.
Do I draw or do you just draw?
I do.
Okay.
So I killed your 4 creatures.
And whenever this dies, I get to exile target permanent. So I'm gonna exile that.
Oh, and you didn't destroy that. Huh. Although it does have like 20, way more counters on it. So actually I'm going to gain the life for removing a counter. I'm just going to say it's at 10 now, because I don't really feel like doing all the work. And then, well, shit.
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. I'll remove a counter, and I'll gain all life.
Oh, you lucky fucker. I'm going to tap 3 to play my Chalice of Life. I will tap it and gain 1, and then transform it to my Chalice of Death. Tap 4 and play my Seraph of Dawn.
I'll play another island. I will remove a counter off of this thing, and I will gain a life. That still doesn't give me enough. Actually, it'll give me just enough to die on your turn.
Just enough to die.
Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I'll tap these 2, this one, and then this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Debt to the Deathless. You lose 12, and I will gain 12.
Okay.
So that's 16.
And then 19.
And then I will move a counter off this on your turn and gain another life. So
And
that's
I'll hit
17.
you for 5 with my Chalice of Death.
Taking me down to 12 because
I can. Then I'll hit you for another 2, which will give me another Seraph of Dawn. I gain 1. Or I gain 2 because he has lifelink. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do that, so I'll pass to you, my good sir. So much life just got traded around.
right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so I'm gonna tap all of my mana. I'm just gonna tap everything. I'm gonna play Soul Conduct, and then Civic Galvic Genius to 2.
What does that guy do again?
If I tap an island, I turn target artifact into a creature. Power and toughness equal to a converted mana cost. I tap a plains and a swamp. It gives it death touch and lifelink. On your turn, I will remove a counter and gain a life.
I'm gonna arrest him.
Tis but a shame.
Tis but a shame. Chalice, so total 7 damage to you, and I gain 2.
So that puts me at 4.
You gonna Soul Conduct?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I figure out what else I want to do with this turn. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. I do have 8 mana to spend. Damn, I'm actually, I'm gonna. Alright, so that's 4, 5, 6. Soul Conduct. We switch life totals, so my life total becomes.
Just give me.
Yeah, there we go.
Just trade dice.
There we go, perfect. And that'll actually leave me with 4 mana. I will use this, and I will play Wall of Denial. I will remove a counter off of here, and I will gain a life.
Target of our heated debate. My turn. I'm gonna tap Invincible Hymn.
Oh.
Nice try.
Well played, though. By the way, if I had more mana, I won last turn.
I know you did.
I just needed 2 more mana.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I now have 56 life.
Mother of God.
Like I said, a lot of life has been flying around in this game.
Somehow it's like we're getting hurt, but we're like regenerating so quickly that we're gaining shit.
2 in the air. Oh, Wall of Denial.
Yes.
But I will still gain life.
And you will still gain 2 life. My turn?
Yes.
It's happening. Alright, so planes, 1, 2, 3, 4, Sarah Avatar, which is a 24/24.
Now in 1919. Chalice.
Oh, nice. So either way. 1919. Oh, you're waiting to when I soul conducted, huh?
Yes! I'll take my die back. I'll set it over there because you'll probably need another one. We got a lot of D20s, so this game could go for a while.
Tap all of it, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. Planes, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 1 left over.
There's 1 card in here that I want more than anything right now.
Tap this, and then. Whoa!
Oh, it's happening!
Alright, and then I choose my Sarah Avatar, so.
Gain 9, set that to 20. I'll set that to 18.
Oh, this game's gonna go on forever.
Happening. My turn?
Yeah. Oh, this is so sad.
Come on. Oh, not exactly what I wanted, but it'll work. Pay 3 for my Chalice of Life. Tap it. Chalice of Death. I gained 1 in that whole exchange.
Well, shit. It's 10 life per turn, and I lose. Okay.
Your move.
Dun, dun.
Dun,
Not what I
dun,
want,
dun,
but.
dun, 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 dun,
6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so, swamp. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Extractor Demon.
No, Pestilence Demon.
Oh,
Close enough,
nice.
though. And then.
And Chalice. Yeah, 13. You're at 20. Or no, 33.
33.
I feel like it's time to start busting out a calculator because you're going to 63 this turn. And we have enough D20s for that, but.
Yeah, but not by much. Well, shit. Let's see what I can do here. I will swing.
Is there 33?
How many cards are in your hand?
None.
Alright, cool. I'm going to swing for a 33.
I'll jump.
And you actually gain 2 life for that
I
because
know
it did damage.
Another D20. Even though I don't really need
And
it.
then I will. I'm at 30. What am I?
33.
At 33, so I will go up to 60.
6.
66. Here, I got one right here.
Alright.
So 66 life.
Oh god, we're gonna lose track of whose D6s are whose.
No, you can kind of know.
Oh, okay.
Because
My
I know
turn.
that I have one of the gods' 2 arrows.
My turn?
Yes. The Deck of Dreams!
No, I wish it was, because you know what I'm hunting for right now.
Yeah, you're going for your Entreat the Angels.
Dude, if I had a fucking Entreat the Angels right now. 3/5 Wall of Swords. Woo! 3/5. Normally a great card, but in the situation we are currently in,
Not so much.
Not so much. Okay, you want to move. And normally getting both of the, I should probably have these up. Getting both of these chalices out never fucking happens.
And now, like, the one time you actually do, and it's not even helping.
Well, I'll allow,
Fabricate, I get to look through my library for an artifact card.
I'll allow it for your ridiculous combo.
Oh, hang on. I must reveal it. Nivric's Disc.
Ballsy, eh?
And then I'll
You always
tap.
gotta have a plan B.
Yep. Comes into play tapped, so I will leave it tapped.
All he has to do is tap it. Well, you have to pay how much?
Nope. One and then tap it. Draw artifact, creatures, and enchantments.
So he has a plan B.
It is a backups thing situation. What did that tap? I tapped that. Hang on.
I'll take you.
I didn't play. Oh yeah, I did play it, so I had to play that. All right. So, would you take me down to?
I took you down to 56.
So I'm gonna be at 112. So I'm gonna actually just get my phone out at this point.
Well, let me see what I draw, and we'll just concede here. Yeah, I'll concede because it was 2 mana and nothing I was getting.
By the way, I was about to pull a fucking just asshole-ish move. Darksteel Forge.
Nice. Where is my entry? Oh, dude, if I had drawn my Tessa, I could have won that because you couldn't hit me with anything as long as she was on the field. Well, yeah, you could have cleared that, but you'd have lost all your shit too.
Nah, would have been worth it.
You would have lost your combo.
Yeah, would have been worth it.
I know, but I could have stopped your ultimate life gain, which was the point that I was trying to make. Where the fuck is my entry, the Angels? If it's at the bottom... Oh, it's the second from the bottom. Temporal Mastery is next. Second from the bottom was my entry. On the field, I had... Let's see, minus this chunk of shit. I would have gotten like a total of like 7 or 8 Angels on the field. That was awesome. So much life that game. Okay. Yours.
No, already grabbed mine.
Oh, okay.
I only have my 4.
Oh yeah, I'm the one with all the d20s.
Yeah.
With the ridiculous amount of d20s. Shove this there, shove this here.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Okay.
Oh, I should probably put my back up there. It's 1 me.
Yep. That was a crazy game.
So much life gain.
My half stinks so good right now.
Alright.
God, I'm hungry.
Do have to catch up on The Walking Dead.
Huh?
To catch up on The Walking Dead. I haven't watched like the last 2 weeks.
I haven't watched the last few seasons.
For you?
It kind of lost my interest a long time ago. It became boring to me. Like it was just a lot of story and not enough zombies. Like I like story, but it was meh. Okay, I lost, so I will choose the order. I will go first. Play Plains, tap it, and play my Soul Warden.
Your turn.
Your moves! Probably one of my favorite openings.
Tap for any of the 3 colors in my deck. So, remove.
Angelic Wall gains me a life. Swing
Oh,
at
okay.
you, para uno.
The life gain has begun.
It has. Again.
Relink Tower. I have no maximum hand size, and it counts for a colorless mana. Your move. Why do you call?
Why do you call? I should. 1 damage. Don't move.
I'm going to tap for colorless mana. I will tap the 3. Plus the Telement, I can tap it for colorless mana, and then I gain a life. I can actually tap it without needing to use the mana, so I will gain a life.
You face Jiraxis, Eredar, Lord of the Burning Legion. Tap 4. Play a creature, gains me a life. Wall of Swords, 3/5 defender flying. Bitch, I got 2 walls. Swing at you, Para Uno.
Oh no!
I got walls and they both fly. Makes no sense. What's up?
Jawar, Isle's Refuge gains me a life, and I will tap all 4, which will give me another life. Play Dismember Web.
What's that do again?
You lose 2 life, get a poison counter, mill 6 cards.
Oh yeah, shit. How much does it cost to cast that?
4. And then 4 to use.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the use on it?
It's gotta be actually one of my favorites. Like, when it comes to like a mill situation. Because even if I can't mill you, I can just get poison counters.
Purge the Profane. You discard 2 cards, I gain 2 life.
I'll get rid of Marth Battlesphere.
You can bring it back.
And a Laurel English Ascent.
1 damage.
Allows me to scry 1. I will keep. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will gain a life for using this. I will tap this. You lose 4 life. Get a poison counter. So keep track of how many poison counters you have. And 6 cards milled. Hey, we're recording up here.
Fuck you. You got my entry, you got my devout, you got my fruit killers. You got
So pretty much everything that I needed to get in those 6 cards is dead.
You did.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna play Fecker's Radiance on this guy. I can now tap 2, which I'm gonna do. Tap him and I gain 3 life. And then I'm gonna swing at you for 1.
I will play Plains. And then... Yep, it seems a little bit more worth... Actually, I'll tap this so I gain a life. Staff of Min, which I'll instantly tap, deal the 1 damage there, and kill you. Quit hitting me for 1, bitch.
No problem.
Artifact deck.
Well, I'm not getting any mana, so I will pay the 2 again, activate it, and gain the 3 life. You'll move.
I will tap this to cycle this.
Not getting any mana, man.
Oh my god. I will tap this to cycle this. Alright, thank you. Since I haven't played a mana, I will play my island. I will, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will do this shit again to you again. Get another poison counter, lose 2 life, and lose 6
4
cards.
life or 2 life? You said 4 last time.
Yeah, it's 2 life, my bad.
Okay, so I'll just not take any. Because
Okay,
yeah.
2 life, poison counter, 6 cards. And for the fuck of it, I'll actually tap Staff of Min. Oh, hey, look, I drew an additional card. Which I didn't. But I will hit you for 1 with Staff of Min.
That's fine. Got no mana.
That's my turn.
Fuck. You wanna move? I'm not trying to get any goddamn mana.
I'm getting all my good shit, like all my really good shit, but none of my fucking mana.
And that's why. Let's see. Island. Oh man, I need 1 more. Fuck you, deck. Fuck you.
I've got a hand of 3 rares and 2 commons. Or 2 uncommons. No commons to be seen.
Yep, alright. I'll tap 2, and then I'll tap another 2, so I'll play Trigon. I'll tap the 2, so I can gain the 3 life, so I'm at 23. And now it's only at 2 counters. And then, so the 2, then I'll tap these, and then this. You lose 2 life, poison counter, no 6 cards. I will Staff of Nin you for damage, and this is dead. The fact that I just tapped everything on my field. For like 3 life, you mill 6, poison counter.
There goes all the mana that I needed. There we go.
You want to stick around here until 8 and just hang out? Or are you going to Jackson's out early?
Are you not hanging out with Olivia?
Not till 8.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, yeah. I gave him life whenever I tap this shit. I always forget that.
Sarah Angel. Your move. The
Dun,
first creature that can attack, besides my Soul Warden.
But technically Soul Warden is dead. Doesn't count. It has been offed.
It has indeed been off.
This will be a lovely play. You will like it. You will enjoy it. So swamp, island, swamp, or not island, plains, plains, plains. We'll go plains and a swamp for Divinity of Pride. It is a 4/4. I will tap with this, and then these 3 to tap this. You lose 2 life, get a poison counter, mill 6 cards, giving me a life, so he's an 8/8 flying lifelink.
Not bad.
I always forget that I fucking draw an extra card. I guess I'll actually just tap the Staff of Nin and deal the 1 damage to you.
Got both my both my Desecration Demons.
Sweet.
Play my Guardian of the Gateless.
Dun, dun, dun.
Your move.
Can't even say that wasn't beautiful.
No, it wasn't bad. Can't deny.
That was sexy. I will drop 2. One is a plains. It's my shiny plains.
Man, we've been going for 2.5 hours.
So tap those to play Sidrid the Galvic Genius. 4, tap this, try this again.
All of my mana. Like that was all mana right there, pretty much. Besides like 1 card.
I will swing at you for 8/8 flying lifelink.
I'll double block it, so that's enough to kill it. Choose which one you want to kill.
What are you blocking me with?
Hang on, does the damage carry over to the point where they're both 4/4s, so to kill both of them?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll triple block.
Okay, then I'll take out these 2.
Okay, well, yeah, no matter what, you're going to take out those 2. I don't know why I changed it. And then you gained 8 life.
Yes, I did.
My turn?
And I gained a life for that, so technically I gained 9 life.
Well, if I had 1 more fucking mana, I could play you.
Tap this to deal damage to you.
Your move.
No, untap it. It's like I had to do it on your end step just so I can. 2 cards because it's like name. That's the Deathless.
How much?
For 10 total. Actually 6, so that would be 12. 12, and I will gain 12, which I'll gain the 8 there, and then I'm at 44. And then I guess yeah, that's on my turn.
Reaper from the Abyss.
Ooh, good play.
6/6 flying Morbid at the beginning of each end step. If a creature died this turn, destroy target non-demon creature. Your move.
What is he?
6/6.
6. Death through grasp, deal X damage to target creature player, and I gain X life. So I will gain 6 life, so I'm at 50. And then seeing as I only have 2 mana, I will tap the 2 to tap this, take counter of it, and I will gain 3 life, and that'll end my turn. Oh, wait, it's 3 life.
Play my Extractor Demon. Flyer, whenever another creature leaves play, target player mills 2 cards. You go on move.
Vault of Whispers. Fabricate. Let's see what mighty powerful card shall I grab? Oh.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, okay, yes. Baleful Strix, which I'll actually just end up playing. So 1/1 flying, Death Touch Legend. Oh my god, hell yeah. Let's see. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! I don't have any islands left. That depressing moment where I could have done something really cool, but I don't have islands. Did I already tap this for something? No, I didn't. All right, so I'll tap that instead of this. Yeah, and Tainted Sigil. I'll tap these 2. I'll take the last counter off of this. And I'll gain 3 more life. So that's... And that'll end my turn.
I'm curious as to what is in your graveyard.
Bring shit back. Some of that faded return.
Not exactly.
Rise from the grave.
Rise from the Grave, Marth Battlesphere. When Marth Battlesphere enters the battlefield, I put 4/1/1 mere creature or artifact colorless. Blah blah blah. 1/1 dudes.
Yeah.
Whenever he attacks, you may tap X untapped things you control. If you do, Marth Battlefield deers gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn and deals that much damage. So I get 4 of these. Your move. You don't get your Marth Battlesphere in your face. I
Didn't
know
even plan on bringing it back.
I know, but I have it now.
Alright, so I'll tap these 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4 for Querifex Demon. I will tap this as a swamp, giving everything -1/-1 counter, wiping all of the tokens.
Still have a Mirror Battlesphere.
I will tap these 2 to tap this to sacrifice it, return the target artifact card from my graveyard to my hand. And I'm going to deal one of these Baleful Strix. So grab that. And then on that note, I will just tap this so I can get a life.
It's an interesting idea, but I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I do have 8. I wanna do that. Fuck it, it may save my ass. I'm gonna tap all 8 of this and play Invincible Hymn. I count all the cards in my deck and I can have life equal that total.
Oh, okay. That was more than 7, so.
$24. That saves me for now. Your move.
This fucking land. There's just sitting here. I'll instantly tap this to cycle this because why the fuck would I need it? What do I want to do? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I do this in a different manner? Hang on, I already used that. Let's see what I can do. Somehow I need to save the island and the swamp. Alright, I'll tap these 5. I'll put Mirror Works out. Tap these 2 to put Brayful Strix, and I'll tap my bounce lines. I'll put another Brayful Strix on
Yeah,
the
you're
field.
copying it with your mirror works.
And then I draw 2 cards because of that.
Uh-huh.
And then I will use all of that, so I will tap this just to gain the life.
My turn.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! I didn't actually play my last turn. I'll play.
I'm going to play Rescue from the Underworld. And I am going to sacrifice the Mere Battle Sphere. And since a creature left play, you have to mill 2 cards because of my Extractor Demon.
Oh, you asshole!
Deal with it.
Sarah Avatar?
Nice.
Gone. I'm sorry, I milked most of your shit. So.
I don't have to reveal it to you, so I'm not.
You are when you bring it back.
Oh, of course. That's later. Your move, sir. Actually, I'm gonna pay. Nah, fuck it.
Yeah. I'll draw 2 cards. Alright. Like my man is just like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
It's everywhere.
I already drew.
Dude, most of your shit isn't even on the screen, by the way.
Yeah, no. Well, what's kind of important? I have random stuff that's off to the
Did you bring
sides.
Tainted Sigil back?
No, I've actually just never used it.
When did you play it?
Like, I don't know. I'm gonna say like 8 turns ago.
Oh, okay. I haven't really been paying attention to that.
Yeah, it's been sitting there. I'm gonna tap this to cycle this because I want it. I will tap this, and this, so I will gain a life, and I will play Ashiok, the Nightmare Weaver. I actually do want him on the camera because it is cool. At that point, I will tap 4, tap this, you mill 6, and then I will use his +2.
Exile 3?
Yep. So you mill 6 and then exile 3.
Okay, so these 3 are exiled.
Alright, I still have. I actually still have 4 mana, Jesus Christ. Which is actually, this is why I was mad that you took out Sarah Avatar, because Wall of Reverse!
Oh, nice.
And I will gain the. Actually, he's only at 5 right now, so I will gain the 5 from there. That'll put me at 63.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay, so. Martha, Mere Battle Spear enters battlefield again. I get 4. and then Goldite Redeemer enters in, and I get 2 for every other creature on my field. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 life. Gaining all that life. And I will draw. And oh, fucking god damn it. I'm looking for one specific fucking card. Like, I have hope. Because I just need one card and I can bring it back. Just one and I can bring it back. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna tap 2 plus 5 to play my Eater of Hope.
Good shit. The amount of fucks not given.
What is it?
Quarter.
Oh, okay.
So 2, 3, 4, 5. Venser the Summoner. In doing that, I don't actually know how I'm gonna +2 it. What is your life total?
38.
Holy shit. Alright, never mind. Guess I'll +2 and I will exile target permanent I own, and I will choose this.
And then bring it back
And
with
yeah.
the 3 counters.
Yep, and it'll have its 3 counters again, but I don't do it till my end step. Might as well kill Ashiok, creature. 5 mana. Drop. I really go right past it. I did. Darko Moss.
I got blockers if I've got anything.
Nidberg's Disc, you know, plan B. For when it when it has to happen, I guess. Tap these, tap this, so I will gain a life. Wall of Denial. I have 1 untapped mana, but I can't do anything. I will tap this to deal 1 damage to one of your tokens, killing it. It's untapped, but I don't have the mana to use it. I will end my turn, and I will gain the 5 life.
Love of all that is holy in this world. This is not what I needed, but it's something. It's not what I fucking needed. I've been waiting for what I needed for a long time. Debt to the debt list for 14 on you.
Wow, okay, so there's 9. I don't know why I could not think of the word 5.
Isn't this one yours?
No. Alright, mine's right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm already using them.
Oh, I still have a card in my hand. Haven't used it. Your move! Like, this is just a big dick showing contest at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I can't swing because I can't take a hit, and
Whisper,
you can't swing because
Whisper of Volts.
I'll block.
Bolt, actually. A Whisper of Volts. Bolt of Whispers. Well, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna minus 1 him. Creatures are unblockable this turn, so I'm gonna hit you for Verko Moss. You mill till you get 4 lands.
Let me just 1, 2. I concede because that's exactly what I needed.
What was it?
Archangel's Light.
Oh,
And besides, I didn't even have. I would have lost by mill.
cool. Because after that, I was gonna make you mill 6 more.
All I needed was Archangel's Light.
Yeah.
Archangel's Light. I explained this earlier. The only reason I hold on, like, I am a man who believes in conceding. I believe it is an honorable way to die, and because it saves everybody some fucking time. But I have a fucking card in here that is my holy shit. If I get it, I win. Well, not I win, but I could have brought this shit back. This fucking shit fest of a game, I could have brought it back. You gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. I'd have gained, like, 60 life, if not more. Probably 80 to 90 life. Shuffle my library back in, and I could have started shitting on you. Because I started drawing everything again, started being able to play things.
Ready? Valkyrie Angel, Benser's Journal, Pestilence Demon, Varric's Unlife, Sanguine Bond, Night Howler, and Razor Hip Griffin. By the way, I was really tempted to play Night Howler, because it would get it's plus X, where X is equal to all cards in all graveyards. So
Yeah. My Archangel's Light, though, dude. If I would have gotten that, man. Oh, here's your Battle Spear back.
thank you. I do not have any cards.
Damn. Okay, well, that was quite the battle. That's usually how it goes when we both get rolling. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We appreciate the views. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing some Hearthstone Ranked. Other than that, you guys have a great day.